order. Almighty God, you have blessed us with memory, reason, and skill. We ask, help us use them wisely in the service of our town government. We ask this in thy holy name, amen. Let's look at the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for coming. Anyone in the audience have anything to share with us, Kelvin?
Well, I just came
On a
from
county
a
level, a personal issue, or?
county economic development meeting, and we're talking about the assessor and how the budget's going to be increasing. I think they're already aware of that, Larry. Martine said she called you. You know, we're just passing along what it cost us. It's not like we're trying to make any money on it. It's just, so it's, I know right this year here, it was 40, for the last 3 years, I guess it's been 45,980. Next year it's jumping up to 48,488, and it'll go up a little bit each of the next couple of years. It's all based on the number of parcels you have. And
We have roughly 3,300 parcels.
3,344 according to this.
How many?
3,344.
I was fairly close.
Yeah. So don't let anybody subdivide, because every time they do, it costs us more money. We get more parcels. So it's a 3-year agreement, but you know, if you get into it for a year and decide you want to get your own assessor, and you can, it's not, you're not tied into it for the 3 years. So even though they'll send you a thing for 3 years, they're just letting you know what your cost will be.
We've been using the county services since 2006, I believe, the year that I started as supervisor. It's worked well. Consistency has been there. We have very few complaints, let's put it that way. Grievance days almost non-existent, 2 or 3 people maybe. It works well, so I.
Yeah, it's just, it's very hard to find good assessors, so.
Well, everyone they got now, they have to train
Yeah,
from scratch, so to speak. You know.
right.
Yeah, and there's several young ones in there now too, young assessors who may have some longevity there, which is good. Now that's, I don't see that as an issue. What else do I have?
That's it?
Okay, thank you. I'd like to have a motion to approve the regular meeting of July 14th. Good. Clark, you had a...
I have a concern about the, on the first page, it's the July 14th meeting. There's reference made to a specific sum of money that indicating that, quote, we are willing to pay half of this claim, the amount is stated. First of all, my memory, I know that amount was mentioned you in discussion, and you were very quick to emphasize that that would be subject to board approval. But I'm concerned about the fact that there's a statement in there that we are willing to settle that. And I'm thinking that in doing so, that is acknowledging that we meaning the water project, caused a problem. And I'm thinking that the best course of action would be basically what our attorney told us at that meeting: do nothing, just sit. In fact, when the question was asked, I don't know who asked it, do we recommend, if they contact the town again, do we then say to them, you'll have to check with our insurance agent? No, we didn't even say that. So, I don't know, are we potentially creating a dilemma? This does go to,
Well,
if they're trying to...
this offer was made several months ago, and it was stipulated at that time that the figure changed, not our figures,
Correct.
but the payment, okay?
Yeah.
And I had talked to either some or all the board members, and the thing was, that offer was made pending board approval,
Right,
and that offer was refused,
right.
okay? say that name.
Okay. I don't know how to,
I don't know how to-
any thoughts on that? Just omit both of those paragraphs? Say the discussion pertaining to charges?
I had never heard that $15,000 figure until
We
last
heard about it
month.
that night,
Okay.
right?
The only, we did have an itemized sheet from them people at around $7,100. We had that.
And I can recall also seeing a statement, got it online from an insurance company, giving us pretty much a history of what they perceived was going on up there, all the different issues. And I think it was clear to me, that looking at that, no, we don't even, we're not gonna go into this. But it's a pleasure of the group, what do you like to do with it?
Well, thinking it over, I say we should heed the advice of our attorney.
So what do you wanna do, remove those 2 lines and just leave, there was much discussion?
Can you read those, because I do not have my hard copy in front of me, I read the electronic copy from home. Can you read that for me, please? Julie? Thank you.
Can you please copy it?
I think that the thing that's missing here in this sentence, Clark, is that it should have said pending board approval, and it did. So, that's what I see. That's what I see.
Okay, well, whatever your group prefers.
But as Larry just indicated, you know, the board did not approve that, so. Thanks, Julie.
My secretary was with me when I made that, had that discussion.
Right.
She's well aware of it. Yes, I am. But
So can we amend those, that particular minutes?
Sure.
Go ahead, Clark, because you know what you want that
Um, What are you suggesting? Pending, leave that amount in there? We are willing to share expenses, pending board approval, how do you want to work?
I believe that's what was stated at the last regular board meeting. Correct.
I think that is a motion to amend.
Was there any other part of it that you?
No.
Okay. Who made the motion?
I don't think there was a motion to accept.
To amend the minutes.
Oh, I did.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a second to that? To amend the minutes.
I'll second that.
Thank you. There's no questions? All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye, no, sir. Thank you. Any other concerns with the minutes? July 14th? Okay,
I make a motion that we approve the board minutes
I'll
dated
second that.
July 14th.
thank you.
Second.
Any questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried, thank you. We also had a special meeting on July 27th for one purpose only. Our attorney was on the phone with us, he was not present, so states that here. It was a special meeting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All of us were there, and the attorney was on a phone conversation with us. Any problem the way this,
The only thing I'm wondering is it does not indicate in here that after the sentence indicating no further action taken, that at least correspondence was sent to this party indicating that the town would not, be
Yes.
proceeding further with any type of action.
Yes.
And that's
It was
not in
sent,
here.
And that's on,
Correct.
it's on record, we have that.
Okay.
Okay. So I need a motion to approve the minutes as read and probably.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of July 27.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, myself, thank you. I need to approve town clerk's monthly report. Everybody have it?
I do.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the town clerk's monthly report dated July 1st through July 31st. I'll second that.
Thank you. Any questions on town clerk's monthly report? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Opposed? Carried. You also have your planning and zoning board minutes. Pertaining to the zoning board, we have a resignation last month. We'd like to extend an invitation to anybody in the community that would like to serve on that board. Either contact either any councilman or myself, or call into our town secretary. We would like to replace that. And if more than one person applies, we certainly can have a full-time member and an alternate. The planning board right now has an alternate, the zoning board does not. Okay. So the planning board and the zoning board minutes are for your information only. Okay. Charter communication, we get something from them just about every month.
I have a question about that.
Which one?
There's two of them. I'm looking at the one that says zoning board of appeals meeting at 7/16.
All right.
Does Rouse's Point, the village of Rouse's Point, have a zoning board of appeals?
To my knowledge, they had two separate boards,
Okay,
but they merged them, am I correct?
all right.
I believe so.
Well, I know we don't approve, we just look at these, but I was reading through this one, and I saw that somebody wants to, I guess they got a variance, to put in a synthetic ice surface at an existing building on Prospect Street in Champlain.
I think it's 13 Prospect
It's
Street.
13 Prospect, but it says in Champlain.
Correct.
That's in the town
No,
of Champlain.
I looked it up, 13 Prospect, Google, and it's the garage that used to be the auto body work.
Oh.
Just as you come in the village, it's on the right, next to
Yes.
the golf course.
Yep.
But it's not in Champlain,
It's in the town of Champlain. It's not in the
but it's in
village.
the village.
No, it's not in the village,
It's outside the village of Rouse's Point.
Oh, it isn't the village?
No,
no,
Oh, okay,
yes.
okay.
yeah,
Where is the, I guess the village line must be here.
right,
Right by the underpass. It's actually
yeah,
just after
on
the,
that road, it's just about, because we took care of Pillsbury Drive,
correct.
which is just past that.
Okay,
That's a town road, Pillsbury
okay,
Drive,
all right,
okay?
all right, so,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have an ice sheet over there,
Mhm.
and it's in the town of Champlain.
It's in the town of Champlain.
Okay, okay.
Any other questions on that?
No,
Okay.
I do look at the stuff.
Charter communication is, which is known as Spectrum now, launched a temporary channel to televise overflow market for the overflow market games for the remainder of the season. We expect the channel to be removed at the end of the baseball season. So apparently they have a channel coming on. Okay,
Came on the 5th of August.
did it? Okay. Must be, these things, there's a lot of Yankee fans up here, I guess. And there's one other change, starting around August 5th also. Channel 371. Okay. We're getting these all the time, every month, and there's a second page here on those also. I do not get Spectrum or this Charter Communications, so I'm not familiar with all these channel numbers and stuff. But if anybody wants to list it, we certainly can get them to you, just strictly for information. You have your dog control officer's report, quite lengthy this time. A couple things we need to. Sarah left me some notices here. Did you all get the notice on our upgrade emails? You all got a different email now?
I did.
You got that okay? Did you all notice the window going into Julie's office? That was finished today. Okay? The sales tax for July 2020. The whole year we're down 4.5%. But 4.5% of well, roughly $600,000 is roughly $25,000. Okay. I asked, you remember a few months ago, a lady came to us from the health department, we made a donation for $500. We did get a notice, I thought I gave it to Sarah, maybe I did not. 16 and 20 comes to my mind. I think it was 20 smoke detectors and 16 carbon monoxide detectors were installed in the town of Champlain with that $500 donation. So I'm glad that we got a report back on that. Okay. If you notice, you haven't got this, anticipated CHIPS money. Does everybody know what CHIPS money is? It's New York State highway.
Yeah.
Okay. We're expecting $117,000, okay? And paved New York, which is part of that also. And we're guaranteed 80%, I was told. They can't cut us more than 20%. And we're gonna be filing that soon. You gotta file it with the state, and it takes a couple months, so we hope to get that money by October, okay?
What's the typical return on that?
Money-wise, or,
Just like a percentage, what's the typical return
well,
rate?
normally they give us 100% what they tell us.
Okay.
But now we're told that the state budget is in such bad shape,
Correct, they're cutting everything, Tony.
Okay,
they can cut them.
I see.
Okay, if they cut the towns, the states, the schools, and everybody else 20%, that's huge,
All right.
okay? So we can only hope.
And if, well, can I ask the question then, if say we were to get cut back 20%, can we absorb that kind of a shock to not being reimbursed 20% of the bill?
Well, on the CHIPS money, I say yes, because we would pave less roads next year.
Okay,
Okay, that's how we would absorb it. Okay, this is anticipated revenue.
right,
This is what they're telling us they're gonna give us, and we try to figure out in budget time how much we can spend on paving roads,
all right.
okay?
I think it's good people understand that if they see a little less paving next
Okay.
year and because we got a decrease in the amount of money we're getting back, that's the direct correlation.
Yes. I guess the only thing I can say, we're all in the same ship, if we all sink at once, you know. Alan's been really careful to come under anticipated spending for paving roads.
Yes.
Okay. The Creek Road and the Southwick Road had both been paved. To my knowledge, they were working today on the Sterling and Smith Street. Very little Smith Street, a couple hundred feet or so. It's in the township, the rest is in the village. And I believe the village is paving a few hundred feet there also. To my knowledge, they were there today. Alan was not in. I'm assuming he was tied up all day over there. So that should be done this week. Last week, on Thursday, we paved, I think, around 1,100 feet of pavement on the rec trail,
Yes,
Northern Tier Rec Trail.
yes.
That came out really well. That came out way under budget. Okay? Only took 3 or 4 hours. That's how fast that was, okay? Okay. I did mention the zoning board openings. I hope somebody comes forward. If not, we'll have to start twisting arms. West Service Road. Sarah's worked very hard to get that permit for us. It was approved. Now there's a glitch. We thought it was approved, and the contractor did also, that if he did not finish the work any particular day, he could just put steel plates over the, real thick steel plates. Now the state, as of yesterday, said no, that road has to be closed in every night, which means it would take another few hours to open it up the next day, you know.
Is there a lot of traffic through there, would you say?
There's now, I bet.
Yeah, at times. The trucks that came through the customs inspection, not the New York State inspection. You come down West Service Road to get back onto the interstate, sometimes they come straight down through to the big truck stop. And if that's the case, they would have to go across
Right.
where it's being dug. Okay? So I don't know where that conversation, we expected an answer from our engineers this afternoon, and did not come as of 3:20 when I left. Okay? But, the contractor asked permission late last week to stage his equipment up there that's coming this past Monday. I'm assuming he did some of that. So he's kinda serious about getting started, and we're kinda glad too. I think you all are somewhat familiar with that building up there. We were supposed to go to the front corner of the building with a big line and a smaller line to the back of the building. That owner does not want that smaller line now, he feels there's no need for it. Okay? So we don't know how that's gonna work out, okay? If their plans have changed or what, I don't know. Okay. So they have not started yet.
Does that have an impact on the contract?
It certainly wouldn't be more, if anything, it'd be less, but that's between contractor and engineer. That's a project we've been working on 3 years. It was 3 years this month
Right.
that our primary contractor walked away. Any other questions on that issue? On the desk here tonight, you have your EMS response calls. Okay, and you got control officer. Julie, you have anything for us?
Just the P-bill report has to be pulled, but this is from last month, or last quarter. I couldn't do the report today because we got a new program and the guy, was supposed to help me out with bills, but he wasn't there today, so I have to work on them tomorrow. But the figures in the charges should be the same, it's just the arrears would be different.
Okay,
And are there any changes from the last pre-bill report, any additions or subtractions, or?
No,
Okay.
so the charges should be the same, it's just like the arrears would be
So
different.
some of the arrears would be paid, so they'd be lower than the 7,800?
Yeah, I mean, it could be different,
Okay.
okay.
so it just has to be approved so I can go ahead and, like, the total charges would be the same.
So can we table this until you can actually provide us with a report, or?
Well, the only thing is I won't get the bills out. I have to mail the bills out tomorrow. If we delay it,
Okay.
it delays everything, because we only got one more quarter to do before November.
Correct.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the pre-billing report as presented to us?
I mean, I can give the report to Larry tomorrow, and he can look at it, and he can call you and tell you, send it over.
And give it to Sarah, or you can.
I can email it to you.
Right.
Okay. So I do need a motion if we desire to pay the, approve the pre-billing report.
make a motion, we approve the pre-billing report.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
And
If not, I'll,
And if there's any changes,
Yeah.
we can just get another copy, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right, well, I think it'd just be easy, just have Sarah just email us an electronic copy so that we have a copy of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried, thank you. Clark, we discussed earlier that over $4,000 for generator repair.
Right,
Apparently that is two different generators, total of two.
there's two what now?
Yeah, I read it there,
Part of it's water and part of it's.
Part of it's sewer, correct,
Yes.
I noticed that.
yes. The first page, the second one down,
Okay, all right,
one is, we have two generators,
gotcha.
one on Ridge Road and one on Duval Road,
Okay,
okay?
okay.
On the abstract, so you don't need to approve bills, but we need to approve the monthly bills.
Correct.
We'll make a motion that we approve the monthly bills.
Thank you,
I second that.
thank you. Any questions on the bills? Do you have any additional bills?
yeah, just got a few out there.
Okay, we'll approve these then. There's no question, we'll go that as presented to us. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carried.
Then, we have three additional bills. Blue Line Insurance, for $40,470.10. Dupree Feeds for $85, and Border Pass for $335.75.
Okay? Thank you.
I'll make the motion that we approve these additional invoices dated August 11th in the amount of $40,890.85.
Thank you. Any questions on those three bills? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. You have anything else, Julie?
No.
Does anybody else have anything before I request an executive session?
I'll just kind of echo back to something we were talking about earlier with the highway department. We should give an applause to the highway department for their continuous hard work. I know that they're down a person and they managed to be under budget and do great work and continue to do great work. So definite applause to them for everything that they continue to do.
And we had a lot of dry weather earlier this summer, and enhanced a lot of work to get done. Had a few rainy days too, but no, a lot of work has got done this summer, no doubt about it. The roadsides have been mowed twice in the township. The county and the state has not mowed all their roadsides yet either. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, anything else? I need an executive session to approve a personnel change. Thank you.
So you need a motion to adjourn.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the regular meeting
Regular session to go into executive session
and to go to executive session.
for personnel issues. Okay, have a second, did I?
Second that, yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried, thank you.